So today's mom meditation involves exploring emotions. If we can name our emotion, we're able to tame it. Many times when we get caught up in either anger or sadness or fear, we say, we are angry, we are sad, we are resentful. But if we label it and say, this is anger, this is resentment, this is depression, and we don't personally identify it, your brain, instead of being in this fight, flight, like, oh my gosh, we are being threatened emotionally, kind of calms down, and the difficult emotions actually get unstuck. It research shows that, when we tend to label, when we make it a priority to label emotions, your brain structure registers that it is not real danger, right? So it doesn't react. And so what I'd like to do is spend a minute or so to just have you have a seat, shift your attention to the sensations in your body. Is it knots in your stomach? Is it maybe your heart feeling like something dangerous is going to happen? Or maybe intense pain? I am not a medical professional, so if you do experience migraines or intense pain, by all means, please seek a medical professional. This is just an opportunity to explore emotions and train your brain not to become emotionally attached to difficult emotions. Because when you name it, as I said, you will have less of a tendency to get lost in it or have that emotion just take over your mind and your body. And this is when, panic attacks happen or your anger gets the best of you. So when you start off, of course, close your eyes and just take a few deep breaths to allow your body to relax. So, of course, inhale more, hold, and let's do that 2 more times. Inhale, hold, and one last time. Inhale, hold, and so what I want you to do is just notice your breathing. Place your hand on your heart and begin to feel your breath, the out breath as well as the in breath. If it's easier, just focus on one. So you inhale, notice inhale, and then notice the exhale. If you're in the midst of a panic attack or you are raging with anger, it does take awareness. As soon as you become aware of this emotion that seems to overtake you, whether it's depression, whether it's anger, whether it's just maybe feeling lost or extremely hopeless, depression, resentment, anything that is what I call popping your peace bubble, take a deep breath and just say in, out, in, out. And just the mere fact of switching to identifying yourself with that emotion and instead focusing on your breath. Very, very powerful. When you get distracted, come back to the breath. When you notice your mind has wandered, always, it will wander because that's what our brains do, gently come back to your breath as that touch point. So as you continue your mindfulness of breathing, I'd like to have you ask yourself, what am I feeling? What emotions seem to be overtaking my mind right now? If you sit down and you don't have any emotions, maybe you're feeling content, just approach it with curiosity. Maybe there's another emotion buried deep that you have suppressed, and just breathe, explore, and be aware. Acknowledge that all emotions have the right to exist, but it's how we attach ourselves to that emotion that we need to work on in order to maintain that serenity and not let our peace bubble pop. So label the most prominent emotions and try to identify the strongest emotion. I am feeling, upset. I'm feeling tremendous disappointment. Sometimes it could be very strong where you feel like hatred. Every emotion is valid. And those faint signals, right, that first let you know that you are getting involved in an emotional roller coaster. Sometimes it's an emotional tornado, but before it just takes control of you, go back to your breath. Deep breathe in, out. Do that for about a minute. If you cannot do it for a minute, try 10 seconds. And I hope that this gave you some insight on the importance of exploring our emotions without judgment. Continue to shift between breathing, the breath and the emotion you're holding. And then just show yourself, of course, self love, kindness, no judgment, and that you deserve self love. Praise yourself that you took the time to go within to explore emotions, because sometimes, as we all know, emotions can be scary. But if we stop identifying that we are personally attached to this emotion and that it means something, it just is a temporary moment where the emotion feels so real that it might lead you to like an emotional paralysis, or you just get so emotionally involved. If you would like further practice, please message me, and I would like to help you, guide you through an emotional exploration exercise via Zoom or maybe in person. Thanks for watching. Bye.